Welcome back. Well, last weekend we saw a couple of games that I must say, and we like to talk up our local league, that the game on Saturday between Inverleigh and Belpost Hill was not a great spectacle, by all accounts.
I think the conditions, Dick, I was there all day. It was the conditions that made it not a great spectacle. But it was a good, hard, physical game. But once the wind stopped, the last quarter was as good a quarter as footy as you'd see. Belpost still got their mojo going and really put Inverleigh under pressure. And to Inverleigh's credit, they had to fight back because the lead was taken off them, and they had to fight back, and they won fair and square. Those conditions, mate. There was a southwesterly wind that was blowing at 100 kilometres an hour. I wouldn't care where you were playing. You look at Richmond and whoever they played. There was about 14 goals kicked for the whole day. So once the wind stopped, it was a good game of footy, and those two sides are going to put a lot of pressure on the sides whoever they play. But it was a good game in the end, and Inverleigh deserved to win.
Right, I'll start again. Grubby, you reckon it was one of the worst games of football you've ever seen?
Well, I reckon it was too, but for those reasons, and for another reason, the coaches have got something to answer for. They don't care if they win ugly or good. What they've done, the ball should have been out on the members' side all day if you got the win. But the defensiveness of the other side kept pushing it over, and it kept getting blocked up. Yes, the last quarter was good. Inverleigh a little bit stiff because they didn't have the wind in the... They had the wind, and it dropped away. And Belpost still come motoring home. Yeah. But, I didn't think they would have to kick another goal to win it, and all of a sudden they had to kick two. Yeah. And they did kick two, young Nathan Mays. Yeah. I don't think Belpost Hill did hit the lead at all. I think they come within the kick. I don't think they actually took the lead off them. But when they look like that, hey, this is a juggernaut of 10 years. Coming at you, kick 5 or 6, we're gone. No, we're not. We kicked 2 and we won enough, and that was a great effort. And that's a bit of Mark McDowell. He's got that into his boys.
And that's what Stuffer said at three-quarter time. He said to Belpost Hill, he said, they look tired. He said, and when we come at sides, they think they start to panic. Yeah. And that's, like to Inverleigh's credit, they didn't panic at all. They didn't score, I don't reckon, for the first 3 quarters of that quarter. And then they got 2 goals late. Belpost Hill, they just kept attacking, running into scene. A couple of things probably went against them. There was a 50-metre played against Inverleigh that didn't help. There was a free kick paid down the Inverleigh end when I thought that there was a push in the back and they should have had a shot at goal. Belpost Hill sweeps it down the other end and kicks a goal. There was a touch goal, which was a bit of double goal. Yeah, there was a double goal. Yeah, there was a double goal to Inverleigh. I think that was a correct decision. He was probably tackled later, but to Stuffer's credit in today's paper, he said, you win some and you lose some. The free kicks don't matter. They've got to come out this week and forget that and play their brand of footy. And, that we'll have good games on the weekend.
Well, I reckon you're as bald as Brendan Beveridge and as stupid. Because it wasn't the right decision. The umpire, because the umpire's got a call all clear, and he didn't.
You were 200 metres away. How do you know what he heard? What he called? You were 200 metres away, talking on the phone to one of your friends.
No choice.
It was a Melbourne supporter.
Should be in playing this week in the main game.
It was a Melbourne supporter asking him for a slap because the Blues got it
right. You've got to get it right.
Grubby, it's a brave call from 250 metres away.
It happened too quick. He never had a choice.
You had your earphones on.
I happened to watch the video and I'm right. You go and watch the video like I did.
You haven't seen the video.
I've seen the video. I rang Fano today.
You haven't seen the video.
And I'm telling you, it was a wrong decision.
You haven't seen the video. Oh, you're independent Beveridge a bit.
Oh, what would you not start, Brendan?
No, that's what he said. He said Brendan Beveridge has never made it right.
That's only because I couldn't find Cal Clissold.
What about Sunday's game?
We'll talk about Sunday. I was hoping we might keep talking about Saturday's game. We had Sunday's game. North Geelong Magpies and the Tommy Tigers came out to belt it out for a cutthroat final. And yes, it turned out a bit like that. I felt like cutting my throat at the end of the game. But yeah, it wasn't a good day for the Magpies.
No, it wasn't. Thompson sort of took ascendancy from...
That'll do. And Grubby, what do you reckon, mate, very quickly?
Well, I wouldn't bang on about it. Look, I said on the great, disgraceful, bad, all that. They've had all that. They're going to cop all that. Let them cop it. Let's go on to Thompson instead, what they're going to do next week. It's one of those bad ones.
I want to ask a question. I saw Dick and Rosemary leaving before the end of the game.
No, we went for a walk.
Oh, is that what you did? You went for a walk. No, but you're right, Grubby. You should talk about Thompson because, they had some players. It was probably a pretty good team effort, I would have thought. Jackson McLeod was home in bed with Gastro at quarter time. all of those. But some of those young fellas that, like Mitch Winter, Chris Scott, Egan, Gardner, they really played at a high level. And they're not the superstars of the team, but it was a good team effort.
What about Alex Bowles' performance?
Fantastic, best by an absolute street. Very, very good, Alex. And around the coach's performance, Reece Halwell. Hopefully he's in the team of the year.
All right.
Yeah, he got knocked in the back.
I heard there's no way Taylor will play.
You never know.
He won't play. He's gone.
He's gone?
He's gone, I think.
Okay, yeah, I hope he's not.
Well, that's enough about Sunday's game. I really don't want to...
Have a look at him.
I don't want to bang on a beat. Like an automatic microphone.
Only because North Geelong don't want to hear us galahs talk about their performance. They'll analyse it themselves. Put your hand up, everyone out there in TV land whose side hasn't put in a bad one like that. And it's just one of those things.
Yeah, that's for sure. I agree with that. Like North Geelong are a proud club. They'll come back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they'll come back, even if Dick's not there. Because he left.
You left. I went for a walk.
You left.
I went for a walk. All right, well, that's about it.
The Werribee Central's coach, Peter Mark. Mate, thanks for joining us tonight.
No worries at all.
Before we do talk about football, I drove past the ground yesterday. A few scantily clad players playing rugby. Or something. What was going on down there yesterday, mate?
It's end of year festivities, so they start with the vote count on Friday night. They have what they call a Super Saturday, and yesterday was Silly Sunday. So we don't have a Mad Monday, but we have a Silly Sunday. So there was a little bit of carrying on.
Well, look, it's pretty bloody silly to me. All right, down to business, mate. You finished 7th for the year. Let me give you my take. I thought 7th was probably about where you should have finished. The nearest club to you was East Geelong, and you beat them twice. I would have liked to have beat Belmont once, probably at home. Do you see it any different?
I think you're right on the money. There's a bit of a gap between probably ourselves and Belmont and the top 5. Even though yesterday's result was a bit of a shock, but yeah, we've got a little bit to work to get into that top 5 bracket. So yeah, about right. Yeah.
When you say work, I went and watched the Colts yesterday. They had a really good win against West Saints. They'll play in the preliminary final and hopefully a bit better. Obviously, there'll be a few players coming from there. I know you've got a good junior system coming through. Is there anybody from outside that you looked at already, or it's too early?
Dion Lawson won our best and fairest from Pt2 on Friday night. He's got a older brother that's a very talented footballer. We're trying to talk to him. And also Phil Jones has got an older brother, twin brother that's moving back from Queensland. So they're a couple of older heads that we can mix in with these young guys. 9 Colts we've put through the seniors this year. So that's 9 guys, and I probably would like to try a couple more too. So yeah, it's good. I'm pretty buoyed by what we've got there.
Those under 18s, the Colts, is there any, obviously are they all under 18, 17, or is there some that have to come up?
There's a dozen guys, but I think out of those dozen, there's probably only 2 that would go straight into senior football. The rest can still play another year in the Colts, but I'm going to encourage them that they won't be doing that. Hopefully they get success this year with winning a premiership, which is what they're chasing. Then we can move on and bring them up into the senior side.
Can you make the 5? I know it's an early prediction, but do you think you've got the resources there to really challenge the top 5?
So I've spoken to every one of our current players in the last week, individually, just on the phone. I haven't re-signed them, but every one of them has made a commitment. They can see what we're doing. They're going to hang around. I do. The next thing we're going to do is make sure guys get to training, and that's always been a bit of a battle at our level of footy, getting them to make that commitment. And if I can do that, keep everyone fit, add those couple of extra guys in, I certainly do think we can make the finals.
Do you start them early, or do you wait till November, or what time do they come back and start training?
I've already spoken to them. I'd like them to come to training this year fit, not come to pre-season to get fit. So I'm going to look at mid-November, just a 4-week bracket, and then have a break and then come back after that.
Mate, you've had a pretty good ride so far. You've got them up to where you've got them in 7th. Now it all starts. Now you've got to perform, they've got to perform, because you've got to get them into the finals. I hope you do. I think you will. And good luck, and thanks for coming in tonight, mate.
We come together, the best from all the league, to show them how to play.